This is the announcement for the week of October the 15th through the 21st. This week we will start the Excel unit on decision-making software. Excel has many tools in it, including the what-if analysis that will allow us to help us to make good, sound business decisions if we learn how to use the software and how to read the software. One of those tools is also charts that will help us to make those good business decisions. So to get started, and then chapter 2, you'll do some formatting of workbook text and data. And chapter 1 is just the beginning of Excel. So start with just a brief overview of the whole module. There are 4 chapters in the module. We'll do 2 of them this week because they're the easier ones, and then next week you'll do 3 and the following week 4. This is one of the skills that employers ask for today more than any other. Spreadsheet knowledge and skills, specifically Excel. In this module, you'll begin learning just the beginning skills needed for Excel. And it gives you an idea there of some of the things that you can do with Excel that kind of gives you a better idea, an expanded idea of how it helps you to make business decisions. And it also gives you the chapter objectives, so you'll know what is expected of you to know by the end of the assignment. We'll keep the same learning plan where you read the chapter, complete the training, which includes videos and videos that you can work alongside the software, and then the apply that you have to do for a grade, and then also an Excel project. So when you click next, read the chapter first, and then you need to do the training, and then finally do the project. The chapter 1 project. So in the chapter 1 project, you'll download 2 things. On the left are my instructions, and on the right is the spreadsheet. And of course, you'll save it with the correct name. That's very important, just as you have been. I'm just going to save mine on my desktop. And the only thing you have to change is the last number. To a 2. So on this one, on the payroll worksheet, so I click on the correct tab at the bottom, cut the contents of the range B1 to B2 and paste them to A1, A2. Okay, so B1 to B2 is here, and it wants me to cut, and I can do that here, or I can use the shortcut method. And then it wants me to paste it in A1, A2. And I've done that. Adjust the width of column A using AutoFit. So hover your mouse over the edge of column A, not down here. It needs to be the column heading, and double click. And that adjusts the width of column A. Change the width of column D to 12. So I want to select column D. And I'm going to enlarge it so I can see. And it wants me to adjust the column width, so I go to Format, not AutoFit. There's another way you can AutoFit, but I can go directly to column width, and that's why I keep my instructions on my screen. It wants it at 12. and OK. Okay, then enter the values shown in Table 1 below into the corresponding cells in the range B12 to C14. So B12, which is right here, 321.68. Very important that these are input accurately. So check your work carefully. Okay, and that's the first 4 instructions. So that gives you an idea of what you're looking at on Project 1. You should have this finished by Wednesday because you need to do the second module, which is formatting workbook text and data. Read through the overview page so you have an idea of what you're going to be learning. And then you'll follow the same learning plan, read the chapter, complete the training to learn the tasks that you will use on the project. Read the training, and finally the project. The second module is about formatting the workbook text and data. So our first instruction wants us to change the theme of the workbook to Office, and that's right here. And if you don't do that, you'll miss a whole lot of the other instructions. So we are on the whole workbook. So we go to page layout, themes, and find Office, which is the first one. And we've changed that. And although it may not have looked like it did anything, it did. Switch to the hourly compensation worksheet. Apply the title cell style to the merged range A1 to G1. So I click in that cell that's already merged, and I'm going to apply the title cell style. I'm back on the Home tab in Cell Styles and go to Title. Merge and center the range A2 to G2. So A2 to G2, they want it merged and centered. And that's done just by clicking Merge and Center. Oh, and change the font size to 14. Done. Italicize the contents of the ranges A3 to B3. So A3 to B3, just those two, they want it italicized. Change the font to Times New Roman. And then change the font color to Orange Accent 2. Now, for some reason, this is where sometimes students mess up. So be sure you're changing the font color and not doing a fill color. So the font color is here, Orange Accent 2, which is the 6th column, the first row. So first row, Orange Accent 2, hover your mouse over it and it'll tell you what it is. That's part of the theme colors. And then format cell B3 using the short date number format. date, and they want the short date, so they want the digits. Here it is, with 4 for the year, but they do not want the time. So that's the correct format, and click OK. Use the Format Painter to copy the format from A6 to the range B6, G6. So A6, dip in your paint bucket by clicking Format Painter, and then be careful where you click after that, because it will paint things you don't want painted if you're not careful. B6 to G6. So B6 all the way to G6. And now it looks white like that one does. And that takes you through instruction 6 on project 1 for the second module. Let me know if you have any questions.